Do you want to give me your all-time Arizona Diamondbacks obscure players lineup? Again, this is guys that played at least one game for the Diamondbacks, but aren't just like random dudes. They're kind of like if you were making an all-star team of guys that played on that team. All-star team being like of their career, not their time on the team, because like I'm pretty sure some of these guys did not have a great time on that team, but you could say, oh shit, I didn't realize he played on that team. He's a name I know though. I like to preface that every time so that people understand where we're going with this, and it's not like we're just making the worst lineup possible because the guy had a really bad tenure on that team.
I think like with a lot of these too is like I think you see this in baseball a ton where I'm gonna preface this with my starting pitcher that my starting pitcher spent 2 years in Arizona. He got shipped off, and now he's the bona fide Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, Max Scherzer. Quick little moment with the Arizona Diamondbacks where he went to the Tigers and became the ace that everybody knows him as. Behind the plate is Chris Iannetta. I know him as a Rocky, ironically, but I don't know anywhere else he's played.
Apparently the Diamondbacks.
Apparently. First base, we got Shea Hillenbrand, a notable favorite on this series up to this point. Second base, we got noted Toronto Blue Jay, Orlando Hudson. Third base, a one-year wonder, Mr. Troy Gloss.
I'm going to cut you off for 1 second. I want you to know Troy Gloss in my head is actually a Diamondback because his 1 year was one of the MVP baseball years.
I like it.
So I want you to know, like, in my head, I know that he played plenty of other places, but he is a Diamondback. Same with one of the other guys on your list.
He's an Angel to me, though.
Yeah, fair. I'll give you Troy Gloss on the Angels.
My shortstop would be Gene Segura. He's kind of bounced around in the back end, but I just remember him as a Diamondback. My left fielder is J.D. Martinez. Center, Starling Marte. In right field, Sean Green.
Noted Toronto Blue Jay. Can we talk about how many of these guys were Blue Jays and Dodgers? Because it's a ton of them. Sorry.
And then, as I said, Tony Clark at DH. My bullpen is Bobby Witt Sr.
I did not know he was a pitcher.
I didn't figure it out until did some research, and then I think when Junior got drafted, they brought it up in a lot of the ESPN.
Fair.
And I got Vicente Padilla and rounded out Dontrelle Willis.
That's a solid lineup. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I could have used Dontrelle Willis for mine too. And like I said, Alex, at the forefront, I think I cooked the best lineup I've had ever in this series.
I agree.
And it is the San Diego Padres all-time team. Starting on the mound is you might have heard of him, a guy named Craig Maddox. He was pretty good at baseball. At catcher, I have former Boston Red Sox, Doug Mirabelli. At first base, I have Willie McCovey. At second, I have Roberto Alomar. At third, I have Mark Bellhorn. And yes, I'm well aware Bellhorn only played second for the Padres, but he was a third baseman at some point in his career, so it fits in this slot. At shortstop, I have another guy who I think change of scenery was the biggest thing for him? Ozzie Smith. Obviously, we know him as the Cardinal. But he started his career with the Padres. My outfield, I have Vicky Henderson in left, Jim Edmonds in center. In right field, I have Cliff Floyd. At the DH, I have Mike Piazza. Again, as I mentioned about 40 minutes ago now, his Topps card from 2006 with him on the Padres is what reminded me that he wasn't just a Met and Dodger. And that was kind of what led me to pitching this idea to you. So, that card and that premise led to something that I've had a lot of fun with so far. And then, in my bullpen, I have Gaylord Perry, Raleigh Fingers, and Houston Street. I could have put Goose Gossage, but I know he was a Padre too much to put him there.
Yeah.
Honestly, Goose Gossage is one of the players I can't use because I know he was a Pirate, I know he was a Yankee, I know he was a Padre. I can only use him for the White Sox because that's one that's that's. Next week, I believe